7th of April is the voting session of the House Judiciary Committee. We have a few bills here on the docket that we are going to get through. We'll start with Senate Bill 840. Senate Bill 840 came to us from Senator Kramer, and it creates a grant fund. I think that's all it does. Claire here yet? Yeah. Does it? I think it creates the grant fund.
Yes.
Can they tell us something extra so we can hear?
Yeah. Claire, can you come on up and? It's going to. In a minute it will. So it does two things. It creates the fund, but it makes the funding discretionary. Is that the right way of saying it?
That's correct.
Okay. So in the first version, it said that there had to be $5 million spent on it. Now it's a may, not a shall, so it's discretionary to the governor to do that. It basically sets up the fund, but it leaves it up to the governor to decide whether or not he wants to include it in his budget or not. So that is what Senate Bill 840 does. There's no amendment. This is a straight favorable.
Second.
And a second. Discussion on the bill with favorable. Anyone? Delegate Valentine?
The only question I had was in Section 3, it says a minimum of $1 million would be set aside. So that's, where's the other monetary money's going? That was...
Right. I mean, it includes that language in there. It includes that language in there, but still the active part of this is that they don't have to put any money in it. So if they put money in it, there has to be at least $1 million.
At least $1 million set aside.
Right. But at the moment, there's no money going into it. So
because I did see the amendment.
It's a chicken and egg problem for this.
I did see the part where it basically made it from a mandatory to a may. I did see that.
Right. But fundamentally, it doesn't, since it doesn't actually, it's not a shall, it's just voluntary. Further questions? Okay, seeing none. Delegate Munoz?
Yes.
Cardin? Yes. Bartlett? Yes. Embry? Yes. Pasteur? Yes. Tolles? Yes. Schmidt? Yes. Simmons? Yes. Boucher? Yes. Phillips? Yes. Tomlinson? Yes. Arakan? No. Taylor? Yes. Simpson? Yes. Grammer? No. Young? Yes. Valentine? Yes. Conaway? Yes. Kaufman? Yes. Williams? Yes. All right. The motion is adopted. The next bill is, in fact, Delegate Attar's cross-file, which I believe she has talked to literally everyone about at this point. House Bill 1243, and bless her, and that's fine and great, whatever. So now the amendments here would be to conform it to the Senate bill that we just passed. There's a motion for the amendments. Is there a second? There's a motion and a second. Discussion on the conforming amendments to the Senate bill we just passed. Seeing none, all in favor of the amendments, raise your hands. Anyone opposed? Seeing none, the amendments are adopted. We're on the bill as amended. Is there a motion? Favorable. Motion for a favorable and a second. Is there further discussion? Again, this conforms it to the bill that we just passed. Seeing none, the Vice Chair? Yes. Munoz? Yes. Crutchfield? Excused. Cardin? Yes, me too, as possible here. Bartlett? Yes. Embry? Yes. Pasteur? Yes. Tolles? Yes. Schmidt? Yes. Simmons? Yes. Boucher? Yes. Phillips? Yes, and an add-on. Tomlinson? Yes. Arakan? No. Taylor? Yes. Simpson? Yes. Grammer? No. Young? Yes. Valentine? Yes. Conaway? Yes, and an add-on. Kaufman? Yes, and an add. Williams? Yes, and an add. The motion is adopted. And you want to add on? Munoz also adds on. Yep. Senator Carter's bill, Senate Bill 851. This is the, this is the cross-file of Delegates Hill's epic tome on the Power of Attorney Act and access to government programs. This went through the Civil Subcommittee, and then I believe that it's in the same position. The Senate bill is in the same position as the House bill we passed, correct? All right. Thank you very much, Holly. Is there a motion then, please? Motion for a favorable. Is there further, and a second, is there further discussion on the favorable motion? Okie dokie. The Vice Chair? Yes. Munoz? Yes. Crutchfield? Yes. Cardin? Yes. Bartlett? Yes. Embry? Yes. Pasteur? Yes. Tolles? Yes. Schmidt? Yes. Simmons? Yes. Boucher? No. Phillips? Yes. Tomlinson? Yes. Erican? No. Taylor? Yes. Simpson? Yes. Grammer? Yes. Young? Yes. Valentine? Yes. Conaway? Yes. Kaufman? Yes. Williams? Yes. All right. Senate Bill 851, the motion is adopted. Yes.
Change it. I made a mistake on it. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Delegate Erican, were you likewise confused and wish to change your vote to yes? Yes. Okay. Was kind of wondering because I seem to remember it was 21 when this, or 22 when this came out. So okay. And I don't think the language changed. All right. Okay, so House Bill 307 is the House version of Jalen's Law, that the storage bill that we passed just before. There are amendments to conform it to the way we passed Senator Smith's bill that was passed yesterday on the floor of the House. Could I have a motion on the amendments? There's a motion for the amendments in a second. Any discussion on the amendments to conform? Seeing none, all in favor of the amendments, raise your hands. Anybody opposed? The amendments are adopted to conform or on the bill as amended. There's a motion for a favorable. Is there a second? There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Again, this is the cross-file of the bill that we passed off the floor yesterday. Any further discussion? Seeing none. The Vice Chair? Munoz? No. Crutchfield? Yes. Cardin? Yes. Cardin is adding on. Moon is adding on. Bartlett? Yes. Embry? Yes, and adding on. Pasteur? Yes, and adding on. Tolles? Yes, and adding on. Schmidt? Okay. Simmons? Yes, and adding on. Boucher? This is a no. This one is a no. Okay. Phillips? Yes, and add on. Tomlinson? No. Erican? No. Taylor? Yes, and an add on. Simpson? Yes. Grammer? No. Young? Yes. Valentine? No. Conaway? Yes, and an add on. Kaufman? Yes, and an add on. Williams? Yes, and an add on. And Crutchfield. Holly? You got it all? All right. The motion is adopted. Go now. Is Senate Bill 21 going to be interesting or not interesting? Why don't we skip it because the other ones might not be? Let's do Senate Bill 36. I'll leave a little extra time to discuss Senate Bill 21 if we need to. Senate Bill 36 is the grounds for divorce bill. We already passed it. In fact, we just passed the concurrence. So this is all the way through. The House sponsor was Chair Atterbury. Yes. So this is going clean. There are no amendments. Can I have a motion? Motion for a favorable and a second. Any further discussion on passing the companion bill? Seeing none. The Vice Chair? Yes. Munoz? Yes. Crutchfield? Yes. Cardin? Yes. Bartlett? Yes. Embry? Yes. Pasteur? Yes. Tolles? Yes. Schmidt? Yes. Simmons? Yes. Boucher? Yes. Phillips? Yes. Tomlinson? Yes. Erican? Yes. Taylor? Yes. Simpson? Yes. Grammer? Yes. Young? Yes. Valentine? Yes. Conaway? Yes. Kaufman? Yes. Williams? Yes. This motion is adopted. I got you to say yes. You were a yes or no? Yeah, yes, 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 yes. I'm repeating and I'm doing as I'm told because I need to repeat and do as I'm told. So that's fine, or try to sometimes. That's why I repeat. So if I say something that's not correct, then that's fine. Senate Bill 57 is Senator Bailey's bill. This is the cross-file of Delegate Crosby's bill. Yeah.
I might have an amendment for this.
Do you want to look at this more?
I'm asking you if I might have an amendment to this.
I don't think you do. No, I don't think you do.
Or do you want to go?
We're going to vote again tomorrow morning.
I don't have an amendment to this bill.
We'll come back to this one here in a second, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it one way or the other today. Let's go to Senate Bill 708. This is an administration bill. God, how many hours are left? Too many. Just 72, right? Okie dokie. 708. Right. This was an administration bill. We heard this Wednesday. There's a motion for a favorable. Is there a second? All right.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
This bill being sponsored by the chair of JPR, in other words, does the chair of JPR have an interest in this bill, personal interest, or is it really a
This
departmental
is an
bill?
administration bill. It's not. It's not.
It's not his
Senator's
bill.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Well, this is an administration bill. This was introduced as a courtesy by the chair of JPR.
Okay. Move favorable.
Motion for favorable. I thought we were going to get. Never mind. No, I didn't. Is there discussion? Nope. All right. The vice chair. Yes. Munoz. Yes. Crutchfield. Yes. Cardin. Yes. Bartlett. Yes. Embry. Yes. Pasteur. Yes. Tolles. Yes. Schmidt. Yes. Simmons. Yes. Boucher. Yes. Phillips. Yes. Tomlinson. Yes. Erican. Yes. Taylor. Yes. Simpson. Yes. Grammer. Yes. Young. Yes. Valentine. Yes. Conaway. Yes. Kaufman. Yes. Williams. Okay, we will do Senator Folden's bill, Senate Bill 21. There are amendments. Does someone want, who is this? This is Lauren. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Sorry. I do that all the time. I'm sorry. It's Claire. Claire, can you clarify what the amendments do, please?
The amendments, and these were approved by the Criminal Law Subcommittee. They conform the bill to how the Senate has passed the House bill. And they basically modify the definition of person in position of authority, and the definition of program, and modify the prohibition to limit for the program people, defendants who work for a program as opposed to a school, there has to be at least a 6-year age gap between the victim and the defendant. The other changes from the way the House originally passed the bill are that the government workers are back in the definition of program, and the 6-year age gap thing, and the language of at the end of the bill about the non-merger language. That's just a technical change. That's just the Senate wanted to word it a little bit differently, but it has the same effect, and the Attorney General's office has okayed that.
There's a motion for favorable on the amendments in the second. So on the amendments from the Senate, do people have any questions about this? Delegate Boucher.
Thank you, Chairman. Claire, can you clarify for me, what is a sexual offense in the 4th degree, and why did it have to be listed as such and not automatically in it?
Well, this whole statute is 4th degree sex offense. Section 3308 of the criminal law article, which is the only statute that the bill is dealing with, is 4th degree sexual offense.
What is 4th? I don't understand the categories of it.
Well, it's actually it's the bill. So
what's described here
So if
constitutes
you look at,
4th degree?
I don't know if you have the bill in front of you.
Yeah,
but
yes, ma'am.
page 4, if you're looking at the reprint, page 4 of 5, so subsection A is the definitions that apply to the whole section, and then subsection B is the operative language of the prohibitions. So everything that's prohibited under 4th degree sex offense is: a person may not engage in sexual contact with another without the consent of the other. Sexual contact is a defined term, not in this particular statute. It's back at the beginning of the subtitle. 2, a sexual act, which is another defined term, with another if the victim is 14 or 15 years old and the person, the defendant, is at least 4 years older. So that's a type of so-called statutory rape. That's one of the types of 4th degree sex offense. 3, vaginal intercourse with another if the victim is 14 or 15 and the person's at least 4 years older. That's another type of statutory rape. And then subsection C is this person in position of authority prohibition, which is under current law as applicable just to certain school employees. And what this bill is doing is it's expanding that definition of person in position of authority. So it would effectively prohibit any of these people from having, any kind of sexual activity with a minor who is 16 or 17 years old, which currently would be legal unless you're a school employee and it's with a student. And the prosecutor doesn't have to prove force. So it's quote-unquote consensual. Or they might argue, well, the kid, it was consensual between me and the 16
But
or
if they're
17-year-old.
in a position of authority in this capacity, then it becomes a 4th degree sexual offense.
Yes.
Thank
So it's
you.
kind of a type of statutory rape.
Thanks for clarifying.
All right. Delegate Conaway.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Delegate, for the question. I'd like to try to chime in on this because I had same type of questions when we were dealing with the spousal sexual offense. And as it was explained to me by Ms. Jordan, the penetration of a pinky or the touching of the sexual organs or breast without our approval, that can be a fourth-degree sex offense. You're very welcome.
That can be a fourth-degree sex offense. This is this is something else that is also defined as a fourth-degree sex offense. So a person in a position of authority doing the things that counsel talked about, if that is what happened, then that would also be a fourth-degree sex offense. So it is what Delegate Conway described, and then there's also these people in positions of authority doing what they're doing. Is it 3?
1 year.
3 years, not exceeding 1,000. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not right. It's a year. I'm sorry. 1 year. There's a subsequent offender that allows for 3 years. That's right. Delegate Cardin.
Just to confirm, the amendments, the Senate amendments, or the amendments that conform this to the bill that we passed out will be the 6-year gap for 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds? It includes that?
Program as opposed to a school employee, the bills keep current law with
Current law
regard to.
doesn't change.
Right.
is
And that
only
you
for
just have
this-
to be 21.
So for these new people that are captured, these new persons of authority, it's the 6-year gap, but not for
Yes.
the other folks that were already included.
That's correct.
Got it. Thank you.
Further questions about the amendments? Delegate Erica?
I just want to confirm that both the sponsors are on board with what we're doing.
That's my understanding, yes.
Awesome, great.
All right. Any further questions on the amendment? All right, all in favor of the amendment, raise your hands. Anyone opposed? Seeing none, the amendments are adopted. We're now on the bill as amended. I have a motion on the bill as amended, please. Motion for a favorable and a second. Is there any further discussion on the bill as amended? Seeing none, the Vice Chair? Yes. Munoz? Yes. Crutchfield? Yes. Cardin? Yes. Bartlett? Yes. Embry? Yes. Pasteur? Yes. Tolles? Yes. Schmidt? Yes. Simmons? Yes. Boucher? Yes. Phillips? Yes. Tomlinson? Yes. Erican? Yes. Taylor? Yes. Simpson? Yes. Grammer? Yes. Young? Yes. Valentine? Yes. Conaway? Yes. Kaufman? Yes. Williams? Okay. We have a couple concurrences. Roll through these. Delegate Cardin's bill on decanting. So the Senate made amendments to their bill. I think we've already passed the Senate bill on decanting and trusts. So this would be to concur in the Senate amendments to House Bill 687, right? They're not on the list because they're concurrence. So, yeah. So we're good with concurring with the Senate amendments? All right. There's a motion to concur and a second. Is there any discussion on the motion to concur in the Senate amendments? Seeing none, all in favor of concurring, please raise your hands. All right. Anybody opposed? Didn't think so. Okay, fine. We will concur in the Senate amendments. I'm well aware that Senate Bill 57 is an important bill, but we're not going to touch it just yet because I apparently need to talk to the Vice Chair just a couple more times about it, which is fine. We are going to vote tomorrow in the morning, so please be advised. I think that we're going to go on the floor at 10. We should be able to come here by 9 o'clock, be able to vote. I don't believe there are caucus meetings in the morning, so we should be able to do that. If you have any other questions, just keep watching your email. We'll give you further information if it comes up. Thank you all very much.